Heading down to McGeorge RV in Ashland to get some of this shit straightened out. The RV. So here we go. About 60 miles down to McGeorge. They sent me an email yesterday, the service tech, saying that there was nothing wrong with the radio, that it was my plug and blah blah blah, and they got it working, the USB was working, and so I had to send them an email back. For some reason they're not understanding that it's not mirroring my phone. So I'm going to go down there, make sure that it's mirroring, so when I pick it up they don't have any surprises and I don't have any surprises. My guess is all they did was plug a USB into the USB and the USB charged and it worked, so you know they didn't give a shit. But we'll see. By the way, if you're ever in the Virginia area, do not buy from McGeorge RV Camping World in Ashland, Virginia. Most terrible service ever. Sales process went fine. It was a service, and I should have paid attention. I read a few bad reviews, and I thought, well, sometimes places, they drop the ball. But yeah, come to find out, there's very few satisfied customers at McGeorge RV in Ashland, Virginia. So with that being said, here we go. Down to McGeorge RV. We'll follow up here later with what the results are. Okay, so we're arriving here at McGeorge RV. See what's going on. Been 3 months with these people. Once again, do not buy from McGeorge Rolling Hills. You will not be happy with the service. I can guarantee it.
You've arrived.
Yes, I have. So here's the deal. After being here for an hour, the technician said that the door throw was designed to be that way, which is bullshit. Then he said the radio, there's nothing wrong with it. The technician said there's nothing wrong with it, which is bullshit. Then I finally told the service advisor, which all the service advisors, they're just trying to sell product. They're not they could give a shit less about service. Anyway, I told him, I said, well, you know what, man, I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to your manager. I need to talk to the service manager, which I should have done a long time ago. Service manager comes out and he says, well, the technician says that the radio's fine, the USB is fine. I said, bullshit, it's not. And he goes, well, let me go talk to him. He come back, he goes, yeah, he said it's fine. I says, come on. I said, let's go outside. So we go outside, and first off, before we get to the radio, the latch on the door for the bathroom that comes out of the door, that catches the strike plate, that was loose in the door. And the service tech had told me, well, that the service advisor said, the service tech said that's the way they're made. They're not made with the fucking latch coming out of the fucking door. Anyway, so once I get the service manager inside the RV, he agrees about, I show him the door, he goes, well, that shouldn't be like that. I said, yeah, I know. He said, well, we'll get that fixed. I said, well, how about the radio? Well, the technician said the radio's fine. I said, it's not. I said, well, hook it up and show me. He goes, well, we don't have the cables. I'm like, you don't have the cables? How How can you service something that say it works if you don't have the cables to hook it up and test it and make sure it works? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, I tell him, I says, well, I have the cables. And he goes, oh, really? And he admitted later, he says, when you said you had the cables, I thought, yeah, let's see what this guy comes up with. Well, anyway, I came up with the cables, gave them to him. He took his iPhone and my iPhone, hooked it up, HDMI, USB, into the radio, and it would not, repeat, it would not mirror the phone. Then he says, he asked the service tech, well, do we have the radio here? And I'm like, yeah, you got the radio here. You've had it here for 2 fucking months. He goes, we'll replace the radio. I'm like, well, finally, somebody gets it. And the other thing is, the service tech tells me about the throw on the bathroom door lock, the latch. He goes, oh, that wasn't like this the other day when I checked it. I'm like, you're full of shit, man. It was like that. Well, we'll get it fixed. Okay, so anyway, they fixed the lights. They fixed the wires that were hanging underneath. You know what? The only thing left is the deadbolt on the entrance door and the light that's on this cover for the 30 amp. And if they don't get those two fixed, I don't give a fuck. I'm out of here next week. I'm getting the RV back, and McGeorge can bite my balls.